So we decided on this wonderful Saturday morning to come pick some peppers. This is a local farm that's close to us that when we need to supplement our garden, we come here and pick them ourselves.
When I was planting the garden this year, I kind of mistook all of our hot peppers and sweet peppers and didn't really realize that the sweet peppers weren't doing so well. So we are loaded with hot peppers, but don't have so many sweet peppers.
Doesn't take very long to get a bunch of peppers. They fill up really fast, especially when these plants have large peppers like these ones do. It's actually kind of nice. So the plan for these guys is to bring them all home today, cut them up and process them, because by process I mean put them on the dehydrator. So we'll cut them up, put them on the dehydrator, and then when we make things like burrito bowls, we'll take them out a little bit beforehand, a few hours, and we will dunk them in hot water, let them soak to rehydrate, so that way we can not have to do so much prep work for dinners. It's actually a really nice way to do things and we really recommend it. And she is gone. I take 2 seconds to talk to the camera and she's halfway across the field. We found an okra patch. Because our little tiny plant has given us a few small ones, but we wanted to actually give them a good try. So the sad thing is that all of this okra, well, I shouldn't say all of it, a lot of it is probably too big for actual good eats. So we got some to hopefully save some seeds from. And yeah, we're gonna see where the threshold is because we've never really had it before, so we don't know, from personal experience anyways, what we're really looking for. So it should be fun. I'm gonna try to not step on the tiny plants. So we are trying to find poblano peppers. There's really big normal peppers, good for roasting because, well, they're a little bit large. We found these guys though, these little yellow ones. So not poblanos, but we'll take them. Just mix up the green peppers that we got, make it a little bit more fun. So we're back at home now, and there's all of our washed peppers. Isn't it a beautiful sight?
The banana peppers are going to be pickled, so I will do a video on that next week about how I actually get those pickled for preserving. So we're not chopping those up today.
But let's get to the main event. Let's chop up these peppers and get them on the dehydrator.
Then I tend to go all the way around with a knife. So now this bowl's full, and I unloaded the dehydrator of the zucchini and eggplant that was on there. And we don't really do anything fancy when we put these on. They don't stick together once they're dry, so we don't mind when they're all touching. And so we don't take the time to like make sure that they're all spread out, and we just load them up on the dehydrator. And our dehydrator is a Nesco that I can change the settings on. It has a vegetable setting. That's all we do it on. You could use your oven to dehydrate peppers. You would just put it on the lowest setting lowest temperature that your oven can go to.
And look at all those pepper tops. We're done chopping up all of the peppers that we harvested this morning from the U-pick. These are going to go to the chickens and the ducks. And I'll show you the dehydrators in a second. So we're out in the garage now, and those are our 2 dehydrators. They're working really hard, and the garage really smells like peppers right now. Let's check in with them and see how they're doing tomorrow.
It's a couple days later. Peppers take a really long time to dehydrate and get all the water out, especially because we load up the dehydrator so much. So it's been about 2 days of them going 24/7. And now we just have the final step of putting them in jars so that we can put them on the shelf and use them all year long. So here's what the peppers look like when they are done dehydrating. As you can tell, they're very small and very crunchy. But this way they will last a very long time in our pantry. So these are the 2 jars of peppers that we have left after running them all through the dehydrator. And the last step is just to put regular mason jar lids on them and then use our mason jar attachment for the food saver to vacuum seal them so that they stay fresh. We chop all of our peppers when we dehydrate them because that's how we use them most when we're doing them in stir fries or chili or burrito bowls. We chop them all, so we just dehydrate them so that all we have to do is rehydrate with water and then they're done. We don't have to do any more chopping and we can just put them in our dish. You can, and I have dehydrated like pepper slices if that's how your family likes to eat them, but we just don't eat them like that. So we do all of ours chopped and then they are ready to go whenever we want to use them all year long. On the dehydrators, we have a 6-tray Nesco and a 4-tray Excalibur. They are now loaded again with the peppers that were already cut up and in the fridge. So we'll get that many peppers that I had just showed you one more time. And we'll probably want to go back to the U-pick place and do this round, like half as many. So do one more dehydrator load, and that should be enough peppers for us for the year. When you're putting them on the dehydrator, you can dehydrate them at 135. That's what my dehydrators are set for vegetables. I think last year I ended up dehydrating them higher on accident, and we ended up with black peppers. They were completely fine and edible. They tasted the same. They didn't taste burnt, but just know that that can happen. So they're not very lively at a couple hours old, but they're going to grow really fast. They are probably like the size of a big bumblebee right now, and we always forget how small they are when they come out of their shells.